All right, we're going to talk about adding with unlike denominators. Now, obviously, you can't add unlike denominators, okay? But what the section is basically saying is where last night we had all the denominators were already the same for us, today you're going to have to convert them to have the same denominator, okay? Now, let's remember that a like denominator is just the LCM, least common multiple. Okay? So, if I have two fractions, if I have 3/5 plus 4/15, okay, those denominators are not the same. So what I have to do is this. I have to find the LCM of 5 and 15. So in other words, if I was to count by fives, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I was to count by 15, 15, 30, 45. What is the first number that we ran into? 15. So, the least common multiple then, or the LCD is another way that they will say it. Okay, they will say LCD as well as LCM, and those mean the same thing. So the LCM, or the LCD, is 15. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to create two equivalent fractions with 15 as the denominator. So this one's going to have 15, and this one's going to have 15. Okay, so now I ask myself, what did I do to 5 to make it 15? Multiplied by 3. So I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by 3. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 3 is 9. So I have 9/15 is that fraction. Celine?
So it's kind of like finding, like in this little thing where you multiply by the LCM, it's kind of like what we did for greater than and less than?
Yes. Yeah. It's like when we were comparing fractions. Very much the same. So, what did I do to 15 to make it 15? Jesse? Multiplied by 1. So I have 1 over 1, which makes this 4/15. Now that I have common denominators, I can take and add 9 plus 4. 9 plus 4 is 13 over 15. Now here's where I'm assuming a lot of you missed your problems last night. You have to make sure is there a common factor between 13 and 15? No. So therefore, that is my answer in simplest form. So, step 1 was I have to find LCMs. Step 2, create two equivalent fractions. Step 3, see if I need to reduce it further. Okay, let's look at another one. Let's see here. 6 3/5 plus 4 2/3. All right, so step 1, find the LCD, also known as the LCM. So I have 5 and I have 3. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Well, there it is, 15. Okay, step 2. Make equivalent fractions with the LCD. So, I'm going to have 15 and 15. So what did I multiply by 5 to make it 15? Jesse? By 3. So I got to go 3 on top, 3 on bottom. So what's that give me on top of the fraction? 9. So what did I do to 3 to make it 15? Multiplied it by 5. So 5 over 5, which means I have 10. Okay? Now, I'm going to take 9 plus 10, which is 19 over 15. I'm going to take 6 plus 4, which is 10. Now, all right, step 3, reduce the improper fraction 19 over 15 to a mixed number. Okay? Now let's remind ourselves, it means I'm going to take 15 into 19. Goes one time. Remainder 4. Put the 4 over the 15. So it is 1 4/15. So now this is there. So that gives me 10 plus the 1 4/15. Okay, which is what? 11 4/15. And that is your answer. All right, I want you to try this one on your own. 17 3/4 plus 2 2/3. $20 5/12. Now, the common denominator between 4 and 3 is what? 12. So there's our 12. What did we do to 4 to make it 12? Multiplied by 3. So it's 3 over 3, which is 9. We multiplied here by 4 over 4, which is 8. We take 9 and 8. That gives me 17 over 12. 17 and 2 gives me 19. Now, we are not done. This is an improper fraction. So I must take and go 12 into 17. Goes one time, be 12, remainder 5. Take the 5, put it over the 12. So that is 1 5/12. I must take this and add it back to the 19. So that's 19 plus 1 and 5 over 12, which is 20 and 5/12. Okay, if you didn't get that answer, do you see where your problem was? All right, now let's look at one that has 3 fractions. 1 over 6 plus 2 over 5 plus 1/3. Now, we need to find the LCD of 6, 5, and 3. Okay, so if we started counting by 6, we have 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so far we've ran into 30 first. Well, if you count by 3s, will you run into 30? Yes. So our common denominator then is 30. So I'm going to put a fraction with 30, a fraction with 30, and a fraction with 30. So what did we do to 6 to make it 30? So we go 5 over 5, and that would give me 5. What did we do to 5 to make it 30? So we multiplied by 6 over 6, which 12. Multiplied what by 3 to get 30? 10. So 10 over 10, which is 10. Now, we have 5 plus 12 plus 10, so that is 27 over 30. Now, we can reduce that by what? By 3. So we're going to divide 3 over 3, 3 into 27, 3 into 30, 9 over 10. All right, now, I want you to do these 2 problems. Two over 9 plus 6 and 11/12. And then 8 and 3/8 plus 2 and 3/4. I want you to do those 2 problems without talking. Okay, the first one. The first one here, you got to find a common denominator between 12 and 9. And that is 36. Okay? So, I'm going to create a fraction with 36 on the bottom for both of these problems. Your 6 just comes down, your addition sign just comes down. Okay, now, what did we do to 12 to make it 36? Multiplied by 3, the top and bottom. That is where some of you are making your mistakes. You're just coming up with 36 on the bottom, and you're leaving the top number exactly the same. You can't do that. That's not an equivalent fraction. Okay? So I have to have 33 on the top. So what did we do to 9 to make it 36? So I multiply the top by 4. And that gives me 8. Okay? Now I put those 2 things together. There is a 0 right here. So I put 8 and 33 together, which is 41 over 36. I put the 0 and the 6 together, be 6 and 41 over 36. I am not done because I have to take this and convert it to an improper fraction. 36 goes into 41 one time, remainder 5. Take that 5, put it over 36. So this is 1 and 5/36. So I have 6 plus 1 and 5/36, and that's equal to 7 and 5/36. Nope. Celine? No, what's the question? Do what? You're supposed to put 8 and 33 together. Okay. All right, now we got to find the least common multiple between 8 and 4, which is 8. So now I'm going to do this one vertically. So we have 8 and 3/8 plus 2 and 3/4. The new fractions would be 3 over 8, and this would be 6 over 8. I multiplied by 2 over 2, and I multiplied by 1 over 1. So I take 3 plus 6 is 9 over 8. 8 plus 2, 10. So now, once again, I have an improper fraction, which you have a lot of when you're adding, and we take 8, divide it into 9. It goes one time, 8, remainder 1, put that 1 over the 8. So that gives me 10 plus 1 and 1/8. So 11 and 1 over 8. All right. Your homework. And you're going to break into groups. You still got about 20 minutes or a little less than 20 minutes to do it. 15, whoops, wrong answer. 10 through 25. Okay? You can get into groups of 4 at the most. Groups of 4 at the most.